Hello everyone, welcome. And it's been 4 to 5 days now that the weather is, I could say, a little not so predictable. I would show you what is going on in my balcony. Look at the view. This is where I live. See, I get mesmerized by the beauty of mountains. This is the side view from my balcony. Look at those clouds, look at those beautiful views. Huh? And this little flower. It's not a little flower, it's a huge flower. And I live here. And right now I am going to the market. So we're gonna talk about some topic, but before that I just wanted to show where I'm living, not to show off, but I just wanted to share. It's a human tendency to, share things. Uh, so I share with you. I sometimes take pictures because I'm living. Oh wow, 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 wow. Only if you could see this view with the naked eyes. White clouds, blue sky, and this little cat that keeps calling me. But I'm going to the market. Have my umbrella because it's been raining for some time. Right now it is not, but it can rain anytime. I'm going to read a comment that I got on one of my videos that I uploaded yesterday only. So I'm going to read that comment. I'm not sure that if this comment is from a subscriber, but read that comment and talk on that topic. It's a kind of question. So bear with me for a moment because the stairs that I'm climbing and the road that I would walk on is a little steep, and I usually get out of my breath. So bear with me. The cat is calling me. He's meowing. Namaste, कैसे हो? Whew. This this stair is a little steep. Well, this is the place that I live. It's a village in McLeodganj, Dharamshala. Roads are beautiful, green, wet. Namaste. Dreamy. Sometimes I think that I start smiling without any reason because I just whenever I look outside, it's so beautiful here. How can I not be mesmerized by this view? See, it's such a beautiful village. Forest all the way. Not forest. This is not a forest, but I go to the forest sometimes to record my videos and to walk. Sometimes I go to a meditation center that's in Dharamkot. So I go there, they conduct a guided meditation session. Oh, oh God, what a view. Well, If you could bear with me for a moment, I'll get my phone and read that comment. We'll start talking on that. Okay. It's a question, and it's a good question, because I understand that a lot of people would be thinking and would be having a dilemma like this. So it's from Dinesh Kumar. Dinesh Kumar hyphen VU5HN. He says, "Hi brother, I recently following you and watched some of your videos. I have a doubt. If everyone choose to live like you, moving away from cities to the mountains for peace and freedom, how would we handle all the things we rely on daily, like food, electricity, and all the infrastructures like cables, paints? How would all of that be produced?" Yeah, it's a this question. First of all, my very first thing. Okay, so if Dinesh, you are watching it, and other people are also watching it, so my conversation might not be in a particular sequence, right? So I apologize already for that. Huh? Okay, I'll take this route. When I talk about seeking freedom, getting away from society, leave cities, move to places where you can breathe fresh air, have a little bit of lesser noise comparatively, less chaos, etc. The first reason is because it is comparatively good for your overall health. It will increase your lifetime. Because we know in India and in many different countries also, city life is not as good as it should be, like European countries. Also, my videos are not for everyone who are not in a dilemma. Like, it is for people who are in a dilemma of life, who questions life, what exactly is happening, and if they feel like failure or the social burden is so much that they start to feel like a burden. I'm walking my footsteps so that I do not skid. It's a little slippery due to the rain. Moving to mountains, get away from the cities, first of all, is not for everyone. Anything in this world is not for everyone. It depends on what goals you have. Like, when we talk about different industries, corporate, in the corporate, if we talk about film industry, if we talk about trading, etc., people choose those industries depending on their particular interests. Sometimes they are pushed in those industries by their parents or social expectations. Mostly social expectations, because sometimes even we fail to recognize that this desire of going to or choosing a particular industry, is it coming from within, or is it just that we have adapted looking at what is going on in the system? We learn our ambitions, our goals from social media, seeing people, and many a times at a later point of time we realize, no, I didn't want that. I was just following it because maybe my parents told me to do it. Maybe I was so mesmerized by the glamour of Bollywood, or seeing everything on the television, on social media, that I wanted to make so much money and wanted to become famous that people respect me. Because I see, okay, so first of all, I have mentioned it in many of my other videos, probably 3 or 4 videos, that I myself am a trained theatre actor and I wanted to move to Mumbai for a big career in Bollywood and work with good directors. I got my training. I finished my training in 2024. I was a good actor. As far as I am concerned, that my directors and co-actors would tell me. But last year changed me throughout, and then I realized that like we have to question a lot, because the social conditioning is in such a manner that we stop realizing that, is it my reality or is it something that I'm borrowing so that I can gain respect in front of people, so that I can have a big name. Now let's get back to the point of that every industry is not for everyone. We specifically choose some things, like I did. I chose to become an actor and go to Mumbai. That was not my choice. It only depends on what exactly you want from it. What is your end goal? Like in Bollywood, the end goal is fame, money, and a little bit of power. Right? That's all what comes out. For people who do not want fame but want to earn a lot of money, they work silently, but they work so hard. And for people who move to mountains, leave cities, their goal is to identify society and to rationalize that if their thinking is their own thinking, or is their entire existence has been curated by the social structure. That is why people move to mountains. I'm not talking about everyone. Like many people move to mountains because they are also mesmerized. But my reason of moving to a mountain is not that. And I am also preaching, I wouldn't say preaching, but I'm encouraging my viewers to think in this way so that they can be more happy. You know, when we look at society and we question, if we leave all of it, how will the society run? How will the operations go? Who will, manufacture things, this and that? So it ends up to that answer only, that if I preach on my YouTube channel, not everyone will take my advice, and not everyone should take my advice. As I mentioned in the beginning of when we started this conversation, it only is for people who are done, being used by the society. Now let us talk about what if my agenda was to ask everyone to move. First thing, because I'm seeing sparrows here. In cities, I see no single sparrow these days for the last 10 years. How will the world run? How will the society run? How will countries run? How will religions run? Being an individual, I am talking to you people, Dinesh, if you are watching it. Why have we becomes so easy to convince by the society that it is our responsibility to look after the society and the entire structure. Like, do we even think that we are individuals? Do we think about our own mental and physical health and our own happiness? We take all the responsibilities because the society should run. If we stop getting married, if we stop reproducing children, the humanity will collapse and human species will extinct. Like, how will you get to know about that? We will be dead within 50, 60 years from now. So why is it our responsibility to think about the next generation? Hmm? We 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 learn to ask such questions because of moral obligation. And even if there is some practicality in your questions, practicality should be limited to people who are interested in a particular area of work. My practicality is with what I am doing right now. I don't think about my country's army would survive, how will the economy thrive, etc., etc. Also, I've not, you know, detached myself from the society, the social structure 100% because it is not possible. It is not possible because the system has been created in such a way, you know, if I have not inherited any piece of land from my forefathers, I cannot go ahead and capture somebody else's land to grow my own food, right? So, so unintentionally also I have to depend on the society, but I can decrease the dependency. I can reduce my materialistic desires. Okay, now this topic of reducing the materialistic desire is not coming from a spiritual point of view or not something religious point of view or whatever we talk like a sadhu or a priest or a monk. It has some practicality to it. We all know the more we are involved into wanting something, we are not only superficially involved. Our brain, our mental health, our entire life is involved in getting that. Assume that you are taking a loan to buy a car. Huh? You're not just buying a car on loan. You are giving away your freedom. Now if you want to, assuming that you have taken a loan of 20 lakh rupee for the next 5 years and you have an EMI, so you'll have to keep working for at least those 5 years because you have to pay the loan, the debt. So you, even if you wish to leave your work at some point of time because you are so exhausted mentally, reason could be whatever, or if you get into some physical issue, then the loan will be passed on to somebody else. So it is a trap. The traps are getting easier to acquire. Like earlier it was not as easy for a regular guy to buy expensive cars because people had no capital in their bank account to acquire something like that. But right now it is so easy because of loans. How will the society work? How will manufacturing go on? It will go on, Dinesh. It will go on Despite you and I and maybe thousands of people move to mountains and find peace because that's what they want, because they are concerned about themselves. They are not concerned about how will the humanity work without me. Humanity will work without individuals, because humanity and society is a group work. Also, I'm not withdrawing myself from the social structure completely. Like, I live here, I earn, I buy things, so I'm also contributing to the economy. So when I buy something and when I'm contributing to the economy, they are able to the economy is able to make money. And so this is how the economy is rotating. Why don't we ask people who give birth, who are dying of hunger, poverty on the roads, and still they are reproducing 6, 7, 8 children. We know the population of those people in India. You and I, Dinesh, we are very privileged in terms of finances. We come under the top percentage of people who have a little amount of money with them. But the biggest population of India is dying of hunger. I have seen those people, I have met those people, I know those people. So we do not ask them the question like how will it survive. We ask questions to those who seek freedom, because freedom is something new to the society now. But poverty, begging, illiteracy, and slavery has been running in the humanity for a very long period of time. We do not ask them question, we do not put restriction to them on them, and we do not think that a poor guy, reproducing so many children, how are they contributing to the economy? They are using resources. The largest amount of resources are being used by a largest amount of population, despite them not being able to contribute a lot to the society and economy at the same time. Our questions come from a particular understanding and not rationalizing, putting our understanding in and the other person's understanding in front of us and question both of these. It is not our responsibility. Our responsibility is only for ourselves, for our own happiness, not for the society, because society will run. And even if it collapses, should we care? Like, in the coming 10 years or 20 or 50 years from now, a lot of new technologies will come. A lot of new development and infrastructure will be built around us, and we will be dependent on that new thing. Like right now, we do not feel the need of something new because we have adjusted ourselves to internet. Internet also did not exist few years ago. Social media did not exist, but we are working now. We are earning money through internet and social media. It's an important part of our lives. With time, new things will come, and we'll be adapting new things into our life, and we'll then also ask questions. If we leave those things behind, how will the society run? And in another 100 and 150 or 200 or 1000 year, new things will come. It is our dependency that we have created. What if 1000 years from now this kind of paint infrastructure would not be existing in the society. Hmm? People would grow their own food on their own land because resources were there and the population was not too much. Hmm. We have to keep making new things and new resources so that we can feed the bigger population. Now we are being used as puppets, robots, to be of use to the powerful people who want to earn so much that their hunger never stops. When we talk how society will run, it is not a large number of people that is society. It is the powerful people that wants to convince us that society should keep running. And we should become more dependent. Day by day. Woo. The view is so captivating. I don't know if it's visible from with the camera because the camera screen is very small. So everyone is choosing their own path in life. Freedom is also a path. It may not bring a lot of huge amount of money. It may not bring a lot of social approval, but it can bring the best thing, your freedom and happiness, and that you will start loving yourself more. But then again, it is not for everyone because everyone cannot be so able to detach themselves from what they have learned throughout their life. If I am 29 right now, I'll be 30 this year. I learned a lot of things, but it took me around 2-3 months to unlearn everything and actually sit down, question everything around me. We are actually being used by the powerful people and they don't care about us. They just want to convince us into keep being a part of the machine because without us their structure would collapse. But we have to question ourselves that if we want our freedom, our happiness, or do we want to care about the structure that they want to create? And we should not think about future generations. It is already collapsing. But the best we can do is that we do not bring more children into a world of slavery. It's not our responsibility. It's not my responsibility to be concerned about the mess that society has made, and we are trying to take all the responsibility on our fragile shoulders. You see, there are 8 billion people on this planet, and the mess they have made, we are trying to take the responsibility on us. That can never bring happiness. It can never bring happiness because we are running towards death morally. That when we die, at least we die after being of some use to the society, but not of some use to ourselves. The motto of my channel is freedom and self love, and nothing is above that. We are born individuals, we'll die individually. We have to live individually without thinking about the society. Society is not a beneficial structure, it doesn't provide happiness. So, if happiness, freedom, and self love is your way of living, then only you must take actions and leave the structure of society. It will keep running. You don't have to worry about that. It will keep running. I have moved into the mountains and the entire world is still running. You know, if I die, the entire world will still run. But here, right now, I am just focused on my happiness without caring about what is going on in the world. That is okay. And that is it. I'll see you in another video, and I'm gonna enjoy the waterfall. Woo! And maybe sip a cup of coffee there. Bye.